got some extra layers on, and I know if you're in other parts of the country, you're going, Coach, really? 50 degrees is chilly? For us, it is, guys. So it's kind of like probably 20 feels to you. So the reason I'm coming to talk to you on a quick, brief, short note this morning on my drive in is we're all talking about health crisis again. I just saw the state of New York this morning is trying to mandate masks and shutdowns and all over again. We're almost 3 years into this thing, and they're doing it again. And when you want to talk, why are they look at it? From John and Mary's and not totally. It took me a few more years to get really honed. But when I go back and I, hang out with family or friends, sometimes it's like, hey, I don't really want to eat pizza. I just got off the airplane, or I don't, it's great, and I love the all the good food up there, but, God, it dawns on me that everybody still eats pretty similar to the old way. Not totally, but, a lot of it. And a lot of people around and are feeling really good and healthy. But as a norm, you compare Florida and New York with some of these diseases and illnesses and outbreaks, and some people go, well, it's because of the cold, or it's because of this. Colds don't give you a cold, guys. Colds do, or cold, if it's excessively cold and you're not dressed for it, can lower your immune system. Same thing with sugar. And then that's the thing I want to talk to you about this time of year. We are critically close to Thanksgiving. And you're like, critically? It's supposed to be a gracious, grateful time of year, and it is, to spend time with your family, to enjoy time together, to slow down and have a day off, not to eat this disgustingly fatty, nasty meal in excess amounts of it that make you want to fall asleep, even though the race cars are going on the TV or the football's hissing and nobody's really paying attention to it, and everybody's snoring and holding their belly going, oh, I couldn't eat any more. And then they're like, oh, it's time for pie. And it's like, okay, let's have some pie. It's like, come on, guys. And I'm not saying don't enjoy a little turkey and stuffing and, mama's recipe for, sweet potatoes and stuff like that. But eat a small plate and call it a day. Don't drink a bottle of wine with it. Don't eat the extra piece of pie that's literally the size of a pie. And you might find that you make it through Thanksgiving without catching the flu virus or the bug or being sick or, something I ate. Okay, I'll share with you a little something I ate Saturday night. I had pasta and stuff, and, it was I was exhausted and stressed. And you know what? I didn't feel good yesterday. Didn't catch a cold, but my God, digestion was not normal. My stomach was all off, and I felt like garbage and had no energy. Was that worth the bowl of pasta? Now, if I had eaten 2-3 bites of that pasta, I'd have been okay. But this stuff was in cream sauce, this, that, and the other, and literally, I didn't feel good for almost 2 days. Why? Why do that to yourself? You can find ways to eat cleaner, still enjoy it, still enjoy being around your family and friends. Let me tell you, if you can't say no to something that's going to make you not feel good and you really don't want to eat it, but you're afraid to say no because your family will put pressure on you or your friends will look at you funny, you got bigger issues. You need to come to me for some confidence coaching. Okay? You need to simply learn to say no, or that's enough. I'm not saying don't enjoy a little bit of that Thanksgiving dinner. I love the taste of that food the same as anybody else. But I don't love feeling like my gut's going to explode and feeling sick for the next day or possibly even getting sick. Okay, there's no magical viruses that suddenly show up at this time of year. the etymology there is way out of control. The flu virus comes in November and December and January. No, the flu virus is always out there. The COVID virus is always out there. The hepatitis, whatever other viral shit you could get in this world is always out there, guys. It's just when your immune system's the weakest is when it seems to take over. You get the picture here? The flu virus doesn't just suddenly appear. And if it does, if it only shows up 3 months out of the year where it just appears, you got to wonder where. These viruses and bacteria and molds and everything are always around you. It's just how you treat your body. You treat your body very differently in the summertime, the springtime, and the fall time than you do in the wintertime. In the wintertime, you got to put on some fat. And there is something to be said for seasonal eating. That, in the wintertime, it is good to eat some more warming foods and stuff like that to keep your body in balance. But in balance does not mean big, fatty, nasty, sugary meal, alcohol, and everything else, unless you want to be sick. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You want to go do what you're going to do. I'm not going to force you, but you're making the choice. When you get sick, almost always, there's always that rare occasion where somebody's totally clean, totally this, that, and they still got something. That's much rarer than the person who's eating like a dog, gaining weight, drinking, maybe even smoking or vaping, which is just as bad. And you think then you're like, oh my God, this big bad bug came and got me. And honestly, it's not the case. And stress. Oh my God, stress. Oh, my mother-in-law's coming. Oh my God, I can't stand being around all the in-laws at Christmas. Don't be that. Go, you know what? Be sociable for a few minutes. And, hey, I got to go work on something up in my office. Put your headphones on. If you really have to be around people that you really don't want to be around, go do something else. You don't have to force yourself through it. Don't be nasty. Don't be unhospitable. But if it's really not, if it's going to stress you out to the point you're going to end up sick, again, you make the decision. Be man or woman enough to say, I'm going to excuse myself for a little while. I've got something I've got to go work on, or I've been working on this project, or I've got to get this class done. And excuse yourself for a while of it. Instead of sitting there in stress mode, which is going to drop your immune system too. Guys, I'm not trying to tell you how to, be a jerk, be a stiff neck, and never have a drink or never have a bite of food that's, not exactly perfect for your body. I'm asking you to use common sense to stay away from being sick. That's the real health crisis, is what we're doing to our bodies and the type of food we're putting in and our lack of proper activity and definitely a lack of rest. And that one's a hard one for me to spit out because for years I could tell you I could go on 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night and not so much anymore. That was not the smartest move. Now, 8 hours isn't the right number either. So after January 1st, take our HEALS course, Healthy Eating Lifestyle Simplified. That'll teach you about all the balances of that. But seriously, we're going to have to take a proactive, self-centered stage to not getting sick and ill over these holidays and start taking care of our health crisis at home. You got to start with a healthy body. I can't guarantee you're not going to catch something. I can't guarantee you might not die at some point, okay? I can't guarantee that. I'm not God. I'm not going to try to play God. I'm not a doctor who's going to tell you exactly, that this medication is going to cure this or that, or that this supplement will cure this or that. But I'm going to tell you one thing. In my years of experience doing this, and experience with my own self, and most doctors, and if they are going to stave off diseases, injuries, etc., you're going to heal faster than if you live in a totally unhealthy state. Like I say, any doctor that tells you it doesn't matter what you eat, you're going to eat candy bars, or you could eat fruit, or you could eat vegetables, it's all turns to sugar, it's all the same, and doesn't comprehend the idea of nutrients, run away from that doctor, please. Because that is just basic knowledge. Most doctors will tell you, yes, good nutrition is important. Exercise is important. Stress relief, sleep is important. Sometimes they don't put enough emphasis on prevention rather than, here, let me give you a script for that. But when you come right down to it, the healthier you are, the better chances you have when something does come across your path that could make you deathly ill or not feel well, whatever level of that is. So I'm going to say the true health crisis in America is what we eat, our lack of mobility, our lack of knowledge in some cases. I know people think they know what to eat or what's healthy, but it amazes me when somebody tells me they eat healthy and I sit down with a coaching session with them and they start rolling off their tongue what they've eaten in 48 hours. And somebody, like the media or food companies or somebody, is telling this person that what they're putting in their body is health food or good for them, and it's not good for them. Or it's basic. It might be life sustaining, but it's not life fulfilling. And it might not necessarily be making them sick, but there's a lot of things out there that are touted to be good for you that really aren't. And there's some things that have been you're told to stay away from, nutritious. So I encourage you to go on a journey with this, guy. Sorry to take up so much of your time this morning. Not. I'd love to be able to bring you. Hopefully this gets you motivated to go, you know what, I'm going to take a stand, and I'm not going to get myself sick. I'm not going to contribute to getting sick. You might still get sick. You might do everything perfect, and you might still catch a flu or something, guys. Could happen. With faith, energy, passion, always live your dreams. This is Coach Lou wishing you a very happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, guys. As we round the bend towards Christmas, take care of your body so you can really enjoy your time with family and be grateful. And like we were talking earlier about being around people you might not exactly love being around during the holidays, try to find a way to be kinder and nicer anyway. So